I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was, so I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch, but that thing went bust, so I gave it up. Ooh, no tricks, no bluff. I'm just better off without them cuffs. Yeah, the sun won't set on us. Ooh, 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 yeah. When low, when high, still waters run dry. Gotta get back in the groove. I ain't never heard. When low, when high, what matters is enough. Getting right back in the mood. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl. With a bang bang.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night and I won't be long. Gotta do my hair, put my makeup on. It's Friday night and I won't be long till I hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I got all I need. No, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby.
Just you and
Baby,
me.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no
You
money.
ain't more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no
You ain't more
money.
than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I give thanks.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long. Gotta paint my nails, put my high heels on. It's Saturday and I won't be long till I hit the dance
With a
floor,
bang.
hit the dance
With a
floor.
bang.
I got all I need.
See,
No, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby.
just you and
Baby,
me.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no
You ain't more
money.
than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control. and make me see your energy because me not play no hide and seek. What is it the thing you ever make me feel weak, girl? Free. Cause anytime you whine and catch it, the selector pull it up and put it for repeat, girl. Me not touch a dollar in my pocket, cause nothing in this world ain't more than what you worth.
I don't need no man.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no man.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I keep dancing.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no
You
man.
worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no
You worth more than
man.
diamond, more than gold.
As long as I keep dancing.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
I ain't worried about nothing. I am wearing a nada. I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pick after picture. I'ma get you fired. I know you're always on that night shift, but I can't stand these nights alone. And I don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, you're the boss at home. You don't gotta go to work, 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 but you gotta put in work, 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 work. You don't gotta go to work, 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 work. Let my body do the work, 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 work. We can work from home. Oh, oh. We can work from home. Oh, oh. Let's put it in motion. I'ma give you a promotion. I'll make it feel like a vacate. Turn the bed into an ocean. We don't need nobody. I just need your body. Nothing but sheets in between us. Ain't no getting off early. I know you're always on that night shift, but I can't stand these nights alone. And I don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, you're the boss at home. You don't gotta go to work, 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 but you gotta put in work, 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 work. You don't gotta go to work, 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 work. Let my body do the work, 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 work. We can work from home. Oh, oh. We can work from home. Oh, oh.
Oh yeah, girl gotta work for me. Can you make it clap? No hands for me. Take it to the ground, pick it up for me. Look back at it all, I'm for me. Put in work like my time she ride it like a 63. I'ma buy a new Celine. Let her ride in the foreign with me. Oh, she the babe, I'm her boo. And she down to break the rules. Ride it down, she gon' go. I'm gon' choose, she finesse. I fight up, she take that. Put in overtime on your body.
You ain't gotta go to work, no. Work, 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 but you gotta put in work. You don't gotta go to work, 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 work. Let my body do the work. Do work, do work. Yeah, yeah. We can work from home. We can work from home.
win it in the lotto, we dipping in the pot of blue fold. Show, getting so good, it's dripping on wood. Get a ride in that engine that could go. Batman robbing it, bang bang cocking it. Queen Nicki dominant, prominent. It's me, Jesse and Ari. If they test me, they sorry. Riders up like a Harley, then pull off in this Ferrari. If he hanging, we banging. Phone ringing, he slanging. It ain't karaoke night, but get the mic 'cause I'm singing. B to the A, to the N to the G, to the B to the A, to the N to the G. Hey. See anybody coming good to you? You need a back out up on your mind, your mind. Okay. Bang bang into the room. I know you want it. Bang bang all over you. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, yeah, Bang bang, there goes your heart. I know you want it. Bang bang, see the look on her. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, bang bang into the room. I know you want it. Bang bang all over you. Yo, I said bang bang, bang 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 bang, bang bang bang, bang bang bang. Bang bang, there goes your heart. I know you want it. Bang bang, see the look on her. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you. We were born to fly, so let's keep living till it all falls down. Let's close our eyes and let the moment drown the whole world out. We're in this together. Hear our hearts beat together. We stand strong together. We're in this forever. This one's for you. This one's for you. Waving colored flags, we won't surrender. There's no standing down. Love's a playing field.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Division 2, round 6. I think we're on round 6. Yeah. We're here in Canada this week. Short qualifying to begin with. We've got 16 people in. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see you all. Ellen Boyle, that's better than the music. Even tapped it twice. Thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to check your predictions down the chat, and we'll see if it's going to be a dry race or dry quali. For those that are racing, let me know if it's going to rain in the race. It would be useful information. We're waiting for one more. Right, here we go. Duke, no, you don't really need to tell me your predictions. Cayenne pole, Cayenne win, Cayenne fastest lap. Oh, it looks dry. It looks dry. Right, let's get our settings on. I think everybody's going to be on the soft tyre, aren't they? Who's going to be first out? It's an awfully quiet. Everybody's preparing, putting on the setups. Ellen Boy says Twos win. Bigot says prediction, Bigot dies. Yeah, I think we're going to see a few victims at Wall of Champions. Couple of lost front wings. I think we're going to see a lot of track limits today. Yeah, I don't know why Big Spartan isn't a Red Bull, to be fair. He should be in a Williams. Yeah, mistake on his half. His points will still go to Williams. God, Ellen Boy, your seat's not even cold yet, and it's been replaced. Right, who is out first? It's a Haas driver, and it is Twiggy. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult race for some people today. I think we're going to see a lot of track limits. I feel like we might see a few safety cars, definitely a few yellow flags. I think we're going to see a lot of overtaking, especially in this hairpin and onto the main DRS straight. It'll be mine next season when I win the championship. You sound like Tottenham. Always next year. Always next year. As Twiggy comes to the Wall of Champions, as he prepares to start his first lap of the weekend, you've got to be careful not to skip that corner, especially in quali, as it invalidates your current lap and your next lap. As he heads into the first corner, you can cut that corner quite a lot. Keeps it in third, but second for turn 2. He needs to get as far left as he can to maximise his entrance. We've already seen a yellow flag somewhere. I think it's just a slow car. A nice tidy lap to begin with from Twiggy in sector 1. This is a very difficult chicane. Get on that curb too much and it really will unsettle your car. Into the second DRS zone. Into what is another chicane, and very easy to cut here, especially on the exit. Hence why I think we'll see a lot of track limits today. Into the hairpin, difficult braking zone. Easy to go deep, but Twiggy picks a really nice line. Gets a good exit. It's a really nice lap from Twiggy, to be fair. Third DRS zone, and probably one of the longest on the calendar this season. I think we'll see a lot of overtakes as he heads into Wall of Champions. Careful not to invalidate, which he does. And so there we are. Twiggy is our first victim of Wall of Champions as Twoo just coming towards the end of his lap. Will he do the same? No, he takes that very nicely. And Twoo, our winner in Bahrain last week, crosses the line with a 109.5. That's a good lap from Twooge. Who have we got next? We've got Nando Loris. He's coming up to the Wall of Champions. Oh, he invalidates. He's the second person to invalidate here, and we're only on our first laps. Elias is next across the line. Will he follow suit? No, he doesn't. He manages to get through very nicely. Crosses the line, not enough to challenge Twooge, but he sets a 1:10.6. Next across the line we've got Void, but he's invalidated. The Big Spartans on an outlap. We've got an Aston Martin further up ahead. Cayenne's getting a very nice toe. Oh, well that car went ghost, and that meant Cayenne had to lift. So Cayenne crosses the line with a 109.5, even with a lift, but Curtis in the meantime crosses the line with the quickest lap of the session so far with a 109.3. Next we've got Twiggy coming into the pits. Is that Wide Vader? It is Wide Vader. He's got his DRS open. Can he beat his teammates? No, slower by 3 tenths. It's a 109.8. Next across the line is Jundy. He's just starting his lap though. Nando Loris is invalidated, so he's on his way back into the pits. Who have we got on a lap? We've got the Big Spartan. I think he's going to be next across the line. Oh no, we've got a Ferrari driver. That's Alfie. I think he's on his way back into the pits. That's better than Wads' first lap yesterday. I missed it, if I'm honest. I haven't rewatched it back yet. As the Big Spartan takes that final corner very nicely. In the meantime, Reg also sets a 109.2. A lot better than he did yesterday. The Big Spartan put in his Red Bull P5 with a 1:10.1. Morgan's going to be next to take Wall of Champions. She's using another controller this week after her other one broke in D1 yesterday. And she sets a 1:11 flat. Only good enough for P9 at the moment. Daniel next across the line. Yeah, I think he's just beginning his lap. Which means Hyundai's going to be next across the line. He's on the hard tyre. I think he's doing what he did last week and getting some practice and finding out how close them walls are. Not sure if he lost a front wing there. Alfie says he's happy with his lap. Currently puts you P8 at the moment. Still 5 drivers yet to set a time. Yeah, Big Spartan should be in the Williams. I think he joined very late, so I think he's not chosen a seat and it's just automatically putting him on. But yeah, his points will go to Williams. He's just theoretically racing. Void is invalidated, so I think he's starting his lap. Have we got anybody on a lap at the minute? Forgets on none. A lot of people pulling over, making sure nobody's getting in the way for the lap. I think that's Baniel, but he's not also not on a lap. So we're seeing a lot of people on their way into the pits. As Jundy begins another lap on the hard tyres. Ellen Boy, I missed myself. Do you think you could have been up there this week, Ellen Boy? How do I have no fuel? Probably because the game only puts you on 3 laps. So it's only good enough for an out lap, a fast lap, and an in lap. Swiggy's back out. Of course, like every week. So we've got 5 drivers still yet set a time. Boyd, Jundy, Nando Loris, Twiggy all invalidating, and AlphaTauri Wolf has just gone out for his first lap of the weekend. I think Twiggy's going to be first across the line. It looks like a tidy lap from Twiggy until the very final corner. Let's see if he can replicate that. He goes deep on his out lap, so he's not had the best of starts. Tapeworm Slurper 69, yeah, aka Elias, as I found out a few minutes ago. Twiggy taking turn 1 a bit nicer there. He cut a lot more of the curb, gained himself a bit of time. Drops a couple of gears down for the chicane. Taking it very nicely though. This is the one I think a lot of people struggle with getting on that curb, but he rides it quite nicely. Depending on your setup, you can take a bit of that curb. Who's Twiggy? I only know Frank one. Frank. Yeah, I believe there was a bit of guessing of names yesterday. What was the other one? Frank and something else. As he heads into the hairpin. Oh, he goes deep there. It's not as nice as his last lap. Gerard, that was the one. Opens up his DRS. And the penultimate time this lap. Heavy braking zone. Make sure he doesn't cut it this time. I think he lost a little bit of time there, making sure he sets about the lap. But in the meantime, he goes P8. Knocks Alfie down to P9. Jundy is invalidated once again. AlphaTauri Wolf, I think, is next across the line for the first lap. Oh, he's gone deep. Oh, taps the wall. Jundy's left the session. We'll get him back in a moment. AlphaTauri Wolf crosses the line with a 1:12.1. Resent Jundy an invite. I think we've got the Sauber of Tweed on his second lap. Will he improve? Can he challenge for pole position? No, he can't. He's a 10th slower, but he gave a nice toe to his teammate there, who begins his lap. Curtis is just beginning his lap. But anybody else? Jundy's in the pits. Kyan there, crossing the line, going P3. Missed that one with a 1:09.5. As Boyd is invalidated once again. So this lap time for him will not count. Morgan will be next across the line. She's not close enough to Twiggy for a toe. Oh, but she backs off. Maybe she was just getting ready to start another lap, but she's not got full ERS. Baguette crosses the line 1.3 seconds quicker, but he's still P13 at the moment. Banyol getting ready to start his lap. White Vader's going to be next to cross the line. Does he have enough pace to challenge for pole position? No, he dives into the pits. He was a 10th up on his time. We're running Boba Curtis, who's currently P2. Oh. No idea what happened there. Oh, there we go again. Not actually sure what is happening with guys. He's into the pitch regardless. Elias is next across the line. Takes Wall of Champions very nicely. Alfie says he almost hit the Wall of Champs on previous lap. Yeah, we've got to be very careful. Elias improves by 3 tenths, but it keeps him P7 at the moment, just behind his theoretical teammate. Morgan next across the line. She's 4 tenths up on her time. Can she challenge for P8? No, only across the line 2 tenths faster, so she missed a couple of attempts in that final sector. Stays P9, just behind Alfie. Oh, but gets knocked down to P10 after Alpha Terry Wolf crosses the line with a 1:10.4. Daniel next across the line. 8 tenths faster, a lot better from him. Moves just above his teammate up into P9. So starting to see people go a bit quicker. He's next across the line. It's the big Spartan on his outlap. As his teammates, I think, on his way back into the pits. Has Void managed to piece a lap together yet? Not quite. Jundi is still into the pits. So let's chuck another invite. Nando Laura is still yet to set a time. Not sure how long we've got left of the session. I think Void just ran out of fuel. I would tell you Ellen's left, but because we've got a constant yellow flag, there are a couple of people running out of fuel. Morgan and Void being the main culprits there. We're right on board with the big Spartan. As he comes into the hairpin, goes a bit deep there, misses the apex. Got a little VRS to work with. And he comes down where his lap will be. Oh, he dives into the pits. Never mind. Who else is on a lap? Oh, we got a slow car in sector 2. Who is that? That was Raj Bosa. Who is on a lap, actually. Not sure if he was going slow or if we're just in a slow sector. Heads into the chicane as we come to the sector 2 line. See if he's down his time by 4 seconds, so he's must have been going slow at one point. So Banyol showing purple sector 2 there, so he's the quickest of the guys around him. Well, he's only got 1 corner to go. The ERS open, not much ERS remaining. Currently sitting with a 1:10.6, needs another 2 tenths to improve on his time, but dives into the pits. Twiggy nets across the line, 3 minutes remaining of this session. So this will probably be Twiggy's last lap, unless he has enough fuel to go for 1 more run. He crosses the line, does he improve? Improves by just over a tenth. That splits the Ferraris as he goes P10. Baguette currently matching his previous time, the 1:12. He's going to need a few seconds, not tenths, to try and get him away from P13. Let's see what he can do. Crosses the line, improves by 2 tenths, but keeps him P13 at the moment. A lot of people on their outlap now, getting ready to go for one more run. And we've got Raj Volsa on provisional pole, the 109.2. Just over a tenth clear from Curtis. Kyan looking a bit of pace, he's 3 tenths off at the moment. Morgan has begun her lap. She's already 2 tenths up in sector 1, so she's got a lot of time to give. Takes that very nicely using both curbs. She's going to come up to a little bit of traffic. Hopefully they'll move out the way very nicely, as one Red Bull does. And to enter the second part of the chicane. She's got a Williams out in front. It looks like the Williams pulls off the track. I know it's an Alpine. So it's a teammate of Kaya, maybe giving her a bit of a tow. And she may repay the favour on his lap. As Morgan is getting a nice tow from the Red Bull out in front. She will take that all day long. Into World Champion she goes. She goes in deep. Oh, she catches the wall on the exit. So I think that might cost Morgan a little bit of time. She crosses the line 6/100 slower, unfortunately. So she will not improve on her time. A lot of people crossing the line now. Curtis crosses the line. He is just beginning his new lap. We'll keep an eye on the 2 Saubers as Tuj is just about to start his. Wide Vader is backed off of his, so they won't be improving anytime soon. Let's have a look who's coming round the hairpin. It's going to be Nando Loris. Still yet to set a time, and this will be his only time if he can get across that line without invalidating. The main corner to go. He doesn't invalidate, but he gets a scruffy exit. Keeps it out of the wall. Crosses the line. Where can he go? P7. Good effort from him with only 1 lap to go. Raj Volsa next across the line. Can he improve? He's invalidated, so he will not improve. The big Spartan also invalidated. His teammate Elias hasn't. So Raj Volsa is currently sitting on provisional pole. Elias will not improve. Curtis, what can he do? He's invalidated, so he won't be getting pole. Alpha Tyree Wolf next across the line. He's dived into the pits. Kyan across the line did not improve. So it's going to be down to the 2 Kick Saubers. Tuj is a second up on his time, so he's not improving. And neither is Wide Vader. Nobody improving on that final run. Wow, Jundy in the meantime went P8. As my controller's just decided to die. It's done a Morgan. There we go. Yeah, so Jundy improving there. Setting a time, putting himself P8. Nando Loris putting himself P7. But yeah, everybody else, no improvement. Everybody setting their fastest lap on the first or second laps. Void, the only driver not to set a time. So he will start last. So there we are, there is your order. Raj Volsa takes pole position in Canada with a 109.251, just less than a tenth and a half clear of P2. Void, the only driver not setting a time. JW Curtis P2, Kyan P3, Tushderry P4, and Wide Raider P5. So it'll be interesting to see how we're going to get on in this race. I think we might see the top 5 start to peel away. Jundy might be a bit too far back to try and keep with them. But we'll see. Alright, so it looks like it's a dry race. Being told to ready up at 56 minutes past, which is in exactly 2 minutes. But I legally find a rocket to strap my car. Who's on pole? Pole position is Rajvosa. Rajvosa, Curtis, and Kyan is your top three. So Kyan, our championship leader, starting P3. White Vader, I think, was P4 or P5. Both Saubers were P4, P5, but not sure which way around. Right, rewind the stream. So it's Tuj Stereo on P4, Wide Vader P5, Alpha Tyre Wolf P6, Nando Loris P7, Jundi P8, The Big Spartan P9, Elias P10, Banyul P11, Twiggy P12, Alfie P13, Morgan P14. And then I'm not sure who was after that. I think it was Baguette P15 and Void, who didn't set a lap, P16. So, hoping for a nice quiet race. Don't think that'll happen, but Lance Stroll race. Or put it in the gravel in the formation lap and just call it a day. Or bin it into the wall multiple times. I genuinely think it's one of them races where anything can happen. It could come down to time penalties, safety cars. As we saw yesterday, we had a late-ish safety car. So we saw a lot of people box, but then time penalties played the part. Those guys with a lot of time penalties, me included, dropped quite far down the grid. I think I finished like P6, P7 on track, and it knocked me all the way down to P12 because everybody was grouped up. So yeah, my best advice would be try and keep it in track limits. It will 100% come down to pens. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think there'll be a late safety car somewhere on the lines, especially when people start to box. Oh, here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Canada. And away we go. It was a long hold for the lights, but Rajvosa gets a good start. Curtis, is he going to be able to apply any pressure into turn one? He's looking to go around the outside. Both Saubers are ghosting in between each other. And I think that's Tuj getting up into P5. Got further down the grid. Everybody looks like they're getting away in one piece. Banyul overtaking his teammate as he head into the chicane, going side by side. Banyul, having to drive off the track. That promotes Morgan to P12. We'll cut back to the front. Rajvosa, the top 5 getting away nicely. Nothing else to report. We've got a Ferrari of Alfie trying to cover the inside. She's got some pressure from Morgan. Chooses to stay behind. We've got a yellow flag. I think that's Baguette in the background. Not sure what's happened there. Will Morgan try to make a move into the hairpin? She comes to the inside. Alfie gives her room. Little tap. Lock of wheels. Difficult to get out of, but they eventually do. As that is Banyul going up the outside, sorry. Trying to pass them both. So there is your race strategy, hard to medium. I don't think we'll see a 2-stop, but I think it'll definitely be a 1-stop. That was Alfie Alfie's took a big chunk of his wing off the wall. He decided to avoid Wall of Champions and just cut the corner, and I think he took a bit of the wall with him. He will have to pit as Void enters the pits. We'll cut back to the front as we'll start to see a train forming. And we're going to see any movement. Not sure what happened at the start of the grid with it was either Tuj or Wild Vader ghosting. But yeah. Alpha Tyre Wolf going a bit wide there. I think we'll see a track limits. Will we see any pressure apply from Nando Loris? Will he go down the inside? He thought about it. Thought better of it. Jundy's still in P8. Let's have a look at our tyres. So there are your position changes. Morgan, good start to this race. Up 3. Tuj is lagging really bad. Oh, that is Nando Loris. Was it Nando Loris or was it Curtis? Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's your point proven, Duke. Twiggy is lagging quite bad. So everybody on the mediums, apart from Twiggy, Alfie and Baguette, all on the hard tyres. We'll keep penalties on. Alfie gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. So his race is going from bad to worse. Like I said, a lot of things can still change in this race, and you can get rid of 10 seconds in the pits. So the top 8, 9, 10 all remain unchanged, all top 10. We've got a bit of a gap between Elias and the Big Spartan. But apart from that, the top 9 all within DRS of each other. Daniel applying a bit of pressure to Morgan. I don't think we'll see him move into the hairpin. No, Alfie gets 3 seconds. Did he get that front wing changed? Yes, he has. So we'll cut down to the DRS straight. That is the Kicks Albert pulling out on Kayan. Twooge going up the inside. The camera's cut away and not a nice point. Twooge gets 3 seconds. Wow, the camera angles are awful on this. Kayan going around the outside of Wide Vader, which will be the inside for turn 2. He's going to have to take a lot of curb. Wide Vader slots in behind. Twooge Sterry, then 3 seconds. Cost him a bit of time, but he has moved up into P3. Yeah, the camera chops and changes so quickly with it being a street track, it's hard to keep up with what you're watching. Jundy applying a bit of pressure to the Big Spartan. Is he going to make a move? No. Might see him move into the hairpin if he gets a good enough exit. I think he'll choose to just stay behind and take the DRS onto the main straight, but we'll cut to the front of the pack. We'll see if we'll see any change of lead. Curtis does have the DRS and he's gaining. Gets that move done. He's side by side. He moved over quite early. It was very close, that. We'll cut further down. Everybody going through single file. Void gets 3 seconds. Oh, we've got a battle with a Ferrari and Elias. Daniel there getting a move done. Open to P11 for him. Morgan up to P10, so it's been a good start for this race. Currently 2 seconds away from Jundy and DRS up ahead, who's yet to make an impact and get an overtake done under Big Spartan. Reg also applying a bit of pressure to JW Curtis. Is he going to go around the outside? No, JW Curtis has the inside. I think he'll just choose to stay behind and get the DRS for the main straight. But Twooge is thinking otherwise. Is he going to make a dive up the inside? He does, but he hits, I think. I don't know if he just killed someone. I don't know if it was lag. But regardless, he's still in P3 and he's going to lose that to Kayan, who gives him a little tap. Going to go side by side into Wall of Champions. Twooge decides to back off and stays behind. So, big mistake there from Twooge, and I don't think it's cost anybody his front wing. Twooge still has his front wing. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if it's lag or that's what actually happened, but everybody seemed to get out there in one piece. Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's a Ferrari. It's Alfie. Had a little spin in the hairpin. Currently sitting P16. The Big Spartan and Nando Loris exchanging positions. So let's... Oh, is he going to lose it straight away? Nando Loris fighting back. Oh, they're stuck in wheels. Oh, it's cost Nando, the Big Spartan his front wing. I'm not sure who tried to squeeze who there. Yeah, Duke, you have proven your point. So that's cost, unfortunately, the Big Spartan because he was running a good race. Nando Loris, I think, is missing his front wing end plate as well. I think Void's had a moment further down. He's facing the wrong way into the chicane. As Rajvosa passes Curtis to retake the lead of this race. Top 5 all gotten away very nicely, and as expected, all on the DRS train. JW Curtis fighting back into turn 1. Chooses to stay behind. Elias gets a 3-second time penalty. So he becomes the 4th driver, or the 5th driver actually, to get chat limits this race. Jundy keeping with AlphaTauri Wolf, who doesn't have DRS from Tuj in front. Morgan benefited in the back of that. I think she's going to slowly catch up to the Big Spartan and Nando Loris now. Alfie gets another 3 seconds, so that puts him to 19 seconds for his race. And then Alfie gets another 10 seconds for cutting corner. That puts him on 29. I think he's at risk of disqualification very soon, and we're only on lap 7 as Baguette has had a moment. He is facing the wrong way as he spins his Aston Martin round. And soon to be caught by Alfie with 29 seconds of penalties. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Who is that? That is Nando Loris into the pits. He's getting that front wing replaced. Battle here between Elias, Morgan and Banyul. Oh, who's that? That's a Sauber of Trusteri. Where? What? Never mind. Tuj is lagging very hard. Yeah, I can only imagine what it's like to race around him, but he's currently just gone from P10 to P5. Yeah, no idea what happened there. Right, well, Alfie gets 10 seconds and what I imagine is retiring from the race. Banyul has left the session. We'll get him back in here as soon as we can. There's another invite for the Ferrari driver. But Elias will love to see that as the car of Banyul now goes ghost. Rajvosa getting a move done on JW Curtis before the final corner. Tuj now fell out of DRS of Wide Vader. Or has he? No, he's not. Jundy trying to make a move on the big spot on AlphaTauri Wolf. As we see Alfie coming out the pits there. In what is the ghost car? I think he retired. As we've got a yellow flag, and that is what is causing it. I know, Alfie. I'm not sure if Alfie's still racing. Banyul rejoins the session. So he's not lost too much time. He's still within the DRS of Elias. Alfie gets another 3 seconds. As we're starting to see lap cars already in this race, and we're only on lap 9. So Canada showing a bit too technical for some. And Vernon Boba Jundy, can he get past AlphaTauri Wolf down the DRS straight? AlphaTauri Wolf does not. Oh, he moves late. That was a bit naughty. Unnecessary because it's an easy pass for Jundy. Rajvosa gets 3 seconds as Kayan passes him into turn 1. We've got a yellow flag. Morgan's retired. What's happened to Morgan? There she is. There is her car. It looks like she's lost the rear right tyre in the Wall of Champions. We're only seeing a virtual safety car. So Morgan becomes the first retiree of the session. Like I said earlier, she was using a new controller after she had problems with her last. The Big Spartan pits at a nice time, gets that front wing changed. So I imagine we're going to see everybody into the pit. Saying that, it's only a virtual. Oh no! Trusteri gets a drive through, and is he down to P9? I don't actually know if yeah, I think he is actually down to P9 this time. As he goes very wide. Oh, no. Yep. Yeah, he's still in P9. One moment, I thought Twiggy was going to overtake him there. We've got a yellow flag. Morgan leaves the session to Big Start and gets 3 seconds. So yeah, in all that, Rajvolta got 3 seconds, which could prove costly towards the end of this race. White Vader looking to go up the inside, but backs out at the last moment. Applying a lot of pressure on Rajvolta now. Is Rajvolta struggling with his tyres? Void gets 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So it was a battle for the front four, has now front five has now become a battle for the front four. Jundy has really gapped AlphaTauri Wolf now, so I wonder if AlphaTauri Wolf had a moment there after that overtake. We've got a yellow flag, that is Baguette again. As Void is Ghost. Is Void in the session? Send him another invite just in case he's not. He is Ghost, so I'm presuming he isn't. Alfie taking a little expedition on the grass. Flag gets the 3-second time penalty, so yeah, he must still be in the session. No, but he's still ghosting, maybe he's not. Anyway, we'll come back to the front of the grid. Battles all over the track. As Rajvolta is slowly slipping away from the front two. He's just within DRS. I wonder if Rajvolta is starting to struggle with his tyre wear. He needs to have a nice chicane here, which he does. That'll keep him within DRS range of the guys in front. We've got a yellow flag of Alfie. Leads into the wall once again. Rajvolta will get DRS down the main straight. And we see the warnings of the lead group. No, because if I go into race director and get stuck, I'm screwed, pretty much. Alfie gets 10 seconds and DNFs from this race with, I think it's 39 seconds worth. Cayenne passes JW Curtis for the lead of this race. As are the front two starting to pull away a little bit. JW Curtis, one of the most consistent drivers in Division 2. Looks like he's the only one at the moment that can go toe to toe with Cayenne in this race. Rajvolta had a very good start, but he looks like he's lacking pace at the moment. Two starey passes to Big Spartan on the DRS straight. And Loris running a lonely race down in P9 at the moment. Twiggy up to P8, starting on the hard tyres. So Truja in the meantime has pitted. Missed that, but that's why he's down to P10. He sets the fastest lap of the race. Top four all within DRS of each other. Rajvolta starting to put his foot down a little bit. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? Is that Twiggy? That is Twiggy. Twiggy looks like he's had a bit of a moment. He's dropped down to P11. He's on the used hard tyre. He's still got his front wing intact, so he's had a moment into the chicane, I think. Excuse me. I think he took it. Oh, Cayenne gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, that is not good for the championship leader. As we're seeing Rajvolta, Wide Vader, so the top four are all into the pits apart from JW Curtis. That promotes Jundy Sunday up into P2 and AlphaTauri Wolf into P3. Where is Cayenne, Rajvolta and Wide Vader going to come out? So they're going to come out behind Ghost cars. So, oh no, Banyul is not Ghost. So Cayenne managed to get that pass done on Banyul, whereas Rajvolta didn't. I think that might be costly to try and stay within DRS. Oh, as he gets, it's a bit of oversteer. Banyul struggling with them tyres. Rajvolta on the fresh tyres. But he gets that move done. Wide Vader has dropped out of DRS, but I think he might be able to get back in it for the main straight, which he has done. Cayenne will not have DRS, neither will Rajvolta. So this will be Wide Vader's chance to catch back up. If he can get a good exit. I've seen Truge cross twice on my screen. Yeah, if if you watch the stream back in a little bit, he goes from P3 to P10 at one point. So yeah, I think he's having a lot of network issues. As Wide Vader looking to make a move on Banyul into turn 1, he goes to the inside. Manages to break a lot later on than fresher tyres. Nando Loris passes Jundi Sunday as Jundi is exiting the pits. Where does he come out? He comes out behind Swooj. So Jundi on the fresh hards. Swooj on used, but yeah, you can. I have no idea what's going on with Swooj's internet. Jundi looked like he tapped the wall there, and he doesn't have wing damage though. But yeah, Swooj then suddenly repasses Jundi. As Radrosa's done a really good job to keep with Kayam. He's managed to pass AlphaTauri Wolf and stay within DRS of Cayenne, who doesn't have DRS coming down the main straight. JW Curtis opted to stay out a little bit longer. Could that prove costly? He's in the pits now. Let's see where he comes out, because if he comes out around P6-ish, AlphaTauri Wolf pits, so does Banyul, so that'll be better for Curtis. The big Spartan gets 3 seconds. So he comes out behind Wide Vader, but not far behind. Cayenne again with the 10 seconds. I'm going to have to talk to him about pit lane entries. Yeah, it might cost him a win here. So Banyul coming out P11. AlphaTauri Wolf coming out P10, just behind Twiggy, who is just got past the Ghost of Boyd. There's a lap car. Action all over the track. We'll cut back to the front. So the front four have almost reformed. Curtis pitting late, so he's just out of DRS. Oh, we got a yellow flag. I think that might have just been blue flags. So cars driving slow. Jundi currently up to P7, Swooj P6. Well, he's on a bit of a recovery drive, I think he's P6. And Loris will be under a little bit of pressure, especially on them DRS zones. JW Curtis 1.7 seconds away now from Wide Vader. So he needs the front three to battle a little. Wide Vader does not have a time penalty as it stands. As commentators curse, Wide Vader gets 3 seconds. So JW Curtis, Nando Loris, both Mercedes drivers doing well not to get 3 seconds, as Swooj moves up to P6, I think. Yep. As you... Oh, has he spun round though, or... I don't actually know what is going on. Oh. Swooj P8. Yep, so I think he did have an actual spin there. I have no idea what just happened or what Swooj is suffering with, but it's very difficult to watch from a stream POV. Swooj can time warp, yeah. I'll tell her both. At the moment, he's not having the best of races. Currently down in P8. Curtis managed to get up to the back of Cayenne now, so we've had a change of lead. Radrosa now leading this race. Cayenne struggling to keep within 1 second of Wide Vader as we've got a yellow flag. I think that's just Baguette. Well, will Cayenne get DRS? As we come towards the hairpin, I don't think he's going to get DRS. Will that be opportunistic for JW Curtis? Double check, Cayenne does not have the DRS, his rear wing is not open. JW Curtis is. They didn't have a good exit on that hairpin. So So we're running over Wyvader. Can he make a move on Rajvosa into turn 1? Both have 3 seconds. Rajvosa getting his 3 seconds a lot earlier on in this race. Twitch repassing the big Spartan up into P7. Final Alpha Terry Wolf. Who is that? That is the big Spartan. He's had a moment somewhere. I think it was on the exit of Wall of Champion Jerry, missing a large chunk of his front left wing. As Baniel, Alpha Terry Wolf and Elias all battling it out. Baniel remains P9 at the moment. Three constructors all doing what they can. Try and get maximum points. Twiggy currently taking up the last point position as Elias gets 3 seconds. So that's 6 for him this race. That means we've only got 3 drivers who does not have a time penalty. It's Alpha Tari Wolf, Nando Loris and JW Curtis. So well done to you guys. As Alpha Tari Wolf, is he going to look to make a move? He comes off the throttle just a little bit, stays behind. Oh, but that's the big Spartan. So both Red Bulls banging wheels. I think it was Elias or... Oh, who's that missing the whip? That is the big Spartan. So that explains why he's struggling to stop. So Alpha Terry Wolf does not have DRS, or he's not choosing to open it, and the big Spartan dives into the pit lane, making sure he doesn't get 10 seconds. As Twiggy going through the ghosted carry, Baguette and Void absolutely cruising into the wall there. Taking a large chunk of his front wing to get the front wing replaced on that Red Bull. So Jundy 6.7 seconds away from the front 4 at the moment. Nando Loris sticking with Jundy nicely. And as it stands, Nando's could be jumping a couple of positions, especially if he can keep within 10 seconds of Cayenne. As Rajvosa passes Wyvader for the lead of this race on lap 20 of 35. As we begin lap 21. Who was that? That was Rajvosa getting all out of shape on the exit. I think he has managed to keep his front wing intact. Just. I saw his car go sideways and I saw him hit the wall, but I think it was his rear tyre. So he drops down to P4. 1.6 seconds, so it's not all lost for Rajvosa just yet. He needs to hold that front 3 battle a little harder so he can gain time on him. Yeah, Curtis is in a good position to win this race. Currently no time penalties, but last time I said that, Wyvader got 3 seconds. Twiggy gets 10 seconds, speeding in the pit lane. So he started on the hard tyre, he's going on to the mediums. So he's only going to lose 1 position, he's going to come out P12. Daniel's still leading this little pack of himself, Elias and Alpha Tyre Wolf. As the big Spartan is on the soft tyres. After his wing change, interesting. He's not going to be able to make it to the end of the race on them tyres. So he will have to pit again. Swooge running a lonely race now, 5.9 seconds away from Nando Loris. As Nando Loris is still yet to try and make an impact on his battle with Jundy, and he's currently flicking in between DRS and he's not got it down this main straight. So Jundy's starting to show a little bit of pace. AW Curtis just sitting behind Wyvader and Cayenne. I think he knows now he's in a position to just bring the win home without any track limits. Just try and stay within DRS of the cars in front. Don't get me wrong, difficult job to do in Canada. It's very easy to get track limits, especially when you are battling hard. As Rajvosa, does he manage to get within the 1 second gap? No, he can't. So he won't get DRS this lap round. Alezu, let's talk about Curtis having 0 seconds penalty. Yeah, he's doing a great job. As the Mercedes driver moves up into P2, and Cayenne must have had a moment. I missed that there. Cayenne down to P4. Oh yeah, just rewound the stream. He goes off on the hairpin. Needs to go very deep. Yeah, it looks like he misses his braking point. Or he's trying to avoid hitting Curtis, one of them. So that's a few positions lost for Cayenne. But he regains that position back on Rajvosa very quickly. But he is 1.7 seconds away now from DRS. As Void and Baguette having a little bit of a battle, but Baguette takes to the grass. What the battles have we got on track? Nando Loris really fell off Dundee now. 2.4 seconds after losing out on DRS. So I think that's Baniel's doing well to try and create a bit of a gap from Elias. Baniel does have 6 seconds at the moment, whereas AlphaTauri Wolf has none. So he really wants to try and gain a gap in between them. AlphaTauri Wolf will have DRS here, but I don't think Elias will. As Rajvosa and Cayenne swap positions once again, but we're going to stay on board with AlphaTauri Wolf. Will he make a move on Elias down the DRS straight? We're right on board. The front wing now opens on the McLaren. And he will start to slowly gain, but I don't think he's going to move on before the chicane. No, he doesn't. Locks up a little bit. Oh, Elias getting a bit out of shape on the exit. Will that leave him prone to the McLaren driver? Cayenne gets 3 seconds, so that's 13 for him. AlphaTauri Wolf chooses to stay behind. So Cayenne now has 13 seconds. That'll be great news for Nando Loris, and it'll be great news for Jundi as AlphaTauri Wolf now passes Elias. As Baniel creates a 2-second gap now. So hopefully he can try and stretch his legs and get out of 6 seconds of the guys below. So we've only got 3 drivers now who are yet to get penalties as Wide Vader passes Curtis once again. So it's quickly become a 2-man race. GW Curtis still the only driver in this top 4 to not have time penalties. As Rajvosa gets another 3 seconds, so he's on 6 seconds for this race now. What battles have we got on track? We got Sauber, Twitch, Sorry Wolf, Elias. Hi Clumsy, how's it going? Yeah. If I showed you a picture of just the penalties, I bet you could guess what track it was. 35 seconds from Void is currently top in the charts at the minute. Only 3 drivers yet to get time penalty. Curtis in the driving seat for the win up to now. Wide Vader does have 3 seconds. Whether they'll try and get any removed after the race. Indeed, do not envy them this week. Yesterday we had a DSQ. Oh yeah, who was it? I think it might have been Rajvosa, I think. He was currently P4 in this race. Nando? Was it Nando? Yes, it was Nando. D1 was fun. Tricky. It started off in quali. No, quali was dry actually. Ignore me. It started off in the rain. The race started with rain, and it moved to dry further on in the race. We had 1 safety car around lap 20, 23, something like that. So yeah, but yeah, same there. A lot of penalties. Rajvosa must have damage. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, he does. He has a large chunk of damage. Wow. I'm not sure where he's got that from, but he's missing a lot of his front wing. As Curtis passes Wide Vader to the lead of this race. Thing is, Rajvosa needs to try and stick within, what, 8 seconds of Cayenne? But he's not going to do that as he dives into the pits. So Jundi could be on for a podium. Currently 6 seconds away from Cayenne. He needs to keep that within 10. As it stands, Tuisteri promoted up into P6 as Rajarosa gets his new front wing changed. Where will he come out? Will he come out behind Elias? As we can see, the Ferrari, the McLaren, and the Red Bull pass them all on track. They head into turn 1. Yeah, so he'll come out P10, but he's certainly going to have the pace on them fresh mediums to try and get past these three and try and catch back up to P7 if he can. Twiggy making a pass on the Big Spartan who's into the pits, not being able to make them soft tyres last to the end of the race as he bolts on a new set of softs for the remaining 8 laps of this race. So I'm not sure what strategy he was going for there, but I think that's been a 3 stop for him. Maybe 2. As Wide Vader going up the inside of JW Curtis, and Void has retired from the session. Is that going to be a safety car? Yes, it is. Oh, this mixes up the race quite a lot. This brings Twooge straight back into it, who is the first driver into the pits. So, not sure where Void, I think it was in Wall of Champions. He chucks on hards. Interesting. Mustn't have had he likes to go the harder tyre compound. So I imagine he doesn't have a fresh set of mediums, and I imagine he doesn't have a fresh set of softs either. And he comes out crucially in front of Rajvosa. Very close there, very close, but good work from the Sauber team. At least in the game, they can chuck on a new set of tyres very quickly. As what is going on here? I don't know if he was getting an illegal overtake or seemed to be driving very slow. Right. Oh. Or is it just lag? No. Right, we'll go ahead and mob at the top 5. As I thought that was Curtis then that run into the pits. Yeah, we should see everybody into the pits. I don't think we're going to see any double stackers. Maybe the Red Bull team. But the Big Spartan just pitted actually. So is that? So Curtis has gone softs. Tell you what, we'll let everybody pit and then we'll see what tyres everyone has gone for. Cayenne is now serving his 10 seconds. So if he did want that removing after the race, he won't be able to now, but I think that'll play into his hands actually, being able to remove it now. Because I think if he had 10 seconds now and got that removed after the race, had that put on after the race, I think that would see him drop quite far. Rajvosa gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. So not sure what's happened there because he was right behind Twooge when Twooge came out. Yeah, he was right behind Twooge, and now Nando Loris is somehow P6. So he somehow split them, and Rajvosa's 3.5 seconds adrift and got a drive-through. So I'm not sure how that's worked out for him. As everybody starts to catch up to the safety car. Right, let's have a look at what tyres everyone's on. They are. So Wide Vader also got on the hards. So he's going to be susceptible. Penalties on yet. Curtis, Jundy, Cayenne all on the softs. Twooge on the hards, same as his teammate. Nando on the softs. Rajvosa on mediums. Daniel on the fresh softs. Alpha Terry Wolf is, I don't know, unless he's pitting now. It would make sense for them to pit. It's a guaranteed 3 pit stop. Nope, never mind. If Alpha Terry Wolf pits, he loses 1 position, but Elias loses absolutely nothing. He would be able to pit and get back out before the Aston Martin, who's a laps car anyway. Oh no, did Rajvosa pit? Oh no. As Elias gets 3 seconds under the safety car. So Rajvosa's tried to do his drive through while under safety car. which I think most of us know isn't allowed. You have to wait until the safety car has come in. Twiggy pitted. What did Twiggy pit for? Mediums. Did he pit for fresh mediums? Yeah, 2-lap old mediums. Yeah, I'm not sure why AlphaTauri Wolf is still going on 17-lap old tyres. Same for Elias. Rajvosa, to make his day even worse, he's gone to do his drive-through and they've pitted him for 13-lap old mediums when he was currently on 2-lap old mediums. And he's still missing his front wing, I think. Yeah, so he's not got a front wing change. He's not got a fresh set of tyres, and he's got a drive-through. As he goes into the pits once again. Hopefully not to try and serve his drive-through, but retires from the race. Which is understandable, because once the safety car does come in, he would have been, what, about 20 seconds adrift from most, or from points at least. But that means Baguette will score points as long as he can bring the car home. Which goes to show no matter... Oh! Oopsie daisies. No words. Absolutely no words. I tell you what, we'll just ride on board with White Raider. It's easier. We should be seeing safety car in this lap. Maybe. Yeah, he is in Stroll's car, so... There we are, safety car is in this lap. White Raider will have no choice but to slow the pack down, as you see for a first time this race, and Aston Martin leading. Also, say for the first time this season. Everybody putting a bit of heat into the tyres. So JW Curtis still in the driving seat to win this one. Doesn't have any time penalties, and this also bodes well for Nando Loris, who also doesn't have any time penalties. When will White Vader choose to go? Will he go on the exit? I think that's quite obvious, but he does it anyway. Baguette gets 10 seconds, as does the Big Spartan for a collision somewhere. We'll cut further down the pack. Cayenne, is he going to make a move? No, he doesn't. He stays behind. Busteri lagged past Nando Loris. Not sure if that was a move. Baguette retires from the session, so I'm not sure why that is, because he's in the points. Yeah, I think those 10 seconds will get protested. But... So we started off with 16, we now have 11. Everybody finishing this race will score points. Everybody seems to get away quite nicely. We won't see any DRS this lap. So you can see the gap already split between AlphaTauri Wolf, as he didn't box for new tyres, and neither did Elias, both losing positions. Nando Loris regaining that position back on Touge Steri. He's up into P5 as Touge looks to try and regain it. He's side by side into the wall of champions. They're both very close. Touge backs out. Nando Loris regains the position. Nando Loris on the soft tyres, as Cayenne looks to try and make a move on Jundi Sunday into turn 1. Cayenne will have the inside, but it'll be the outside for turn 2. Wheel bang against the side pod. He has to stay behind. Oh, there's Twooge. I'm not sure where he is. It's P5. Does he have a front wing end plate missing? Yes, he does. I thought I saw a flailing piece of carbon. So he's going to struggle now for the last few remaining laps of this session. I think P5 would be... It's not what it'll be after. Well, it'll be P6 if Nando Loris stays with him, but it'll be a bit of a recovery drive from where he was. So everybody from P7 onwards have all kind of dropped out of DRS. all running a bit of a lonely race. Twiggy, both Red Bulls fighting away. That's Elias going up the inside of the Big Spartan and getting that move done. And Twiggy looking to pass as well. But the Big Spartan losing Elias losing 2 positions in one corner there. Jundy, will he make a move on JW Curtis, who doesn't have DRS for some reason? JW Curtis around the outside, taps the side pod of Jundy. Jundy will stay P3, but Kyan will be looking to try and sneak a position back there. Jundy running a good race so far. I think he started P8. He's currently in a podium position. Oh, we've got a yellow flag further down. Is that Twiggy? Twiggy's fell off the back of the 2 Red Bulls a little bit. Got further up the pack. Twooge battling with Nando. Not got the pace to try and beat Kyan at the moment. So Nando Loris, as it stands, could be on the podium. Only him, his teammate, and AlphaTauri Wolf. The only 3 drivers not to get a time penalty. As we come down the DRS straight for the penultimate time this race. Curtis going side by side with Wide Vader, but he gets that move done. Jundy looking. Oh, what was that in the background? That's Twooge. Oh my god. Kyan has DNF from this race. Twooge pulled alongside and Jundy retired. Jundy was. Oh my god. Somebody committed murder. Oh wow. We lost 2 cars in that. Or 2.5. Twooge all the way down to P9. Oh, I'd love to see the POVs of that further down. Nando Loris is self-promoted up to P3. AlphaTauri Wolf could be on for a podium. No, he won't. Forget if you'd have just stay out anyway, you were on for points. There was only 12 people racing. So Nando Loris could be going for P2 as we come down the DRS straight for the final time this race. Curtis trying to break the toe of Wide Vader. Wide Vader will choose to the inside. I think it'll be an easy pass for him. But he does have 3 seconds, so it looks like it's going to be a Mercedes 1-2. As Wide Vader crosses the line in P1, but he does have 3 seconds. So JW Curtis will win the Canadian Grand Prix. Nando Loris comes home P2. Look how close that was in the end. 2 100ths from the 2 Mercedes drivers. Wide Vader comes home P3. Banyol P4. Oh, what was that? More DNFs. More DNFs. I don't actually know how many people finished that race. What a chaotic end to the race. So there we are, JW Curtis taking on P1 and the fastest lap of the race. 2 100ths away from his teammate Nando Loris from P7 up to P2. Wide Vader P3, Banyol P4, AlphaTauri Wolf managed to get P5. Twooge finished P6. It did say 26 seconds there, so I don't actually know what happened there. Yeah, 26 seconds. Yeah, so we'll see if anything's disputed with that. Elias P7, the Big Spartan P8, Twiggy P9, Jundy P10, so all these will still score points. Kyan P11, and Kyan will be the last driver to finish P11 as he finished 2 laps away. So Baguette, Rajvosa, Void, Alfie, Morgan, all DNFing from this race. I will grab race director if I can get it within 14 seconds. Spartan and Twiggy DNF last lap. There we are. Ah, okay, so that would have been the crash at the end. Yes, Twiggy did finish P9. So there we have it. What a chaotic end to the Canadian Grand Prix, as expected before the race. Only 1 safety car, but a lot of DNFs. But yeah, that's it for today. We don't have a D2 race next week as it's our week break, but we do have D1 Bahrain So please do join us for that. So yeah, I will see you next week. Thank you everybody for joining. Thanks to everybody occupying me in the chat. And we'll see you again.